Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to another video from the Keystone Financial Academy. My name is Elliot, and today we're going to cover a really important topic. We're going to talk about everything you need to do if you become a victim of identity theft, and of course how to prevent it in the first place. Before we start, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming financial investing videos, and if you like this video, please hit the like button below. Okay, let's talk about identity theft. First of all, what exactly is it? It's the crime of stealing and impersonating another person's identity for financial gain. This is something that happens to anybody, children, adults, seniors. The victims can be any gender, race, ethnicity, or income level. How much of a problem is it? So here are a few statistics I found from 2018. Across the nation in 2018, there was 14.4 million cases of identity theft with $1.7 billion in out-of-pocket recovery costs. 1 in 15 people were affected, and surprisingly 1 million children were victims of identity theft. The average cleanup from an ID theft was 6 months and 200 hours of work. And the average cost was $600 per incident, and that of course is not counting the time spent cleaning up and the aggravation, which you can't really put a price on. Identity theft is one of the most common consequences of data breaches and exposed consumer records, which, if you recall, were a major headline news item in the last couple of years, with everybody from Yahoo to Equifax getting hacked. The other way to become a victim is through individual hacking or theft of personal information. While data breaches are unfortunately mostly out of your control, it's the individual hacking and the data theft that you can do something about. Let's go through this all piece by piece by first describing the warning signs of identity theft, then what to do if you're a victim, and finally how to prevent it in the first place. First of all, how do you know when your personal info was compromised? Here are some warning signs that your personal data was stolen and someone is pretending to be you. These range across several categories of ID theft, such as medical ID theft, tax ID theft, and general financial fraud. So not all of these may be applicable to your specific situation. It just depends on what exactly was stolen. Number 1, your bank statement doesn't look right or your checks bounce. Number 2, you see unfamiliar and unauthorized activity on your credit card or credit report. Number 3, your bills and mail are missing or you receive unfamiliar bills. Number 4, you get denials for loan applications. Number 5, you notice an unexpected drop in your credit score. Number 6, your cell phone or other utility loses service. Number 7, you receive calls from debt collectors for accounts you didn't open. Number 8, your medical bills don't make sense, don't add up, or your medical claim was denied. Number 9, you're unable to file taxes because someone else has already filed a tax in your name. And finally, number 10, you were notified your information was exposed in a data breach. So if you have confirmed you're the victim of identity theft, you will need to take some or all of the following steps as soon as possible. A few of these, of course, will take some time, but at least get them started. So action number 1 would be to place a fraud alert with all 3 CRAs and get your credit reports as soon as possible. Here are the web addresses and the phone numbers to use, and I'll also post these in the description below. Number 2, call any company where you know fraud has occurred and close and freeze all accounts. If you don't close them, at least change PINs and logins. Number 3, report identity theft to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Go to this website or call this number and include as many details as possible. Based on the information you enter, identitytheft.gov will create your identity theft report and recovery plan. If you create an account, the FTC will walk you through each of the recovery steps. Step 4, close any new accounts opened in your name. Explain to the businesses that somebody stole your identity and ask them to close the accounts and send you a letter that they actually did this. Number 5, remove bogus charges from your accounts. Explain that someone stole your identity and point out which charges are fraudulent. Ask the businesses to remove the charges and send you a letter confirming that they went ahead and did this. Correct your credit report with the big 3 CRAs by contacting the fraud department. You already have the web addresses and the phone numbers. Here are the actual physical addresses. I will also put these in the description below. Number 7, consider adding an extended fraud alert or a credit freeze on your credit accounts. This is something I'm actually going to talk about in just a few minutes. If you suspect a misused social security number, review your social security work history. You do this by creating an account at this address, and if you find errors, contact your local Social Security Administration office. Number 9, if you suspect your taxes have been filed fraudulently, contact the IRS immediately and let them know. Number 10, if you suspect medical services were given to someone else under your name, contact your health provider right away and let them know. Number 11, stop debt collectors from trying to collect debts that you don't owe. The FTC's identitytheft.gov website can actually help you out with this by giving you the proper letters to write. Number 12, replace your government-issued IDs at the first opportunity. And finally, number 13, clear your name of any potential wrongdoing by contacting your local police department and letting them know about the ID theft. That way, if somebody uses your name in a crime, you won't be confused with that person. Now, this is pretty rare, but it has happened before. So after seeing and hearing this checklist, you might presume that when it comes to ID theft, prevention is far better than the cure, and you would be correct. Here are some steps you can take to minimize the chances that you will fall victim to identity theft or not let the thieves do too much damage if it happens. Okay, so the number one thing is freeze your credit. A freeze will stop all activity on your credit file, and since a credit check is always required, this will stop anyone trying to open an account after stealing your identity. Of course, this will also prevent a legitimate credit inquiry, so you'll have to unfreeze your credit if you're about to apply for, say, a car loan. This action has become far easier to implement since the Equifax data breach in 2017. At one time, there were fees to do this, but all three CRAs have agreed to allow freezing and unfreezing completely free of charge. To freeze or unfreeze your credit, go online with all three CRAs at the website shown here, and I'll also post them in the description below. Number 2 is safeguard your social security number. You've no doubt heard this piece of advice. Until much needed security reforms happen in this area, social security number will remain the master key to a lot of your personal data. Guard it as best you can. When asked for the number, ask in turn why is it needed and how will it be protected on your behalf. Don't carry the social security card with you, and be sure to securely store or shred any paperwork that has the number printed on it. Number 3 is scrub your social media and don't give away any personal data. Your social security number aside, there's a lot of other information that has value to an identity thief. Do not, for example, reveal your mother's maiden name or your exact birthday. Think of any other information that you use as personal challenge questions when you're resetting an account or just proving who you are during a login. If thieves learn this info, they can impersonate you and take over your accounts. Number 4, monitor your medical and financial records. This should go without saying. Check your bank statements and accounts for any errors. This is the canary in the coal mine, so to speak. Any theft of your personal information will first show up in your credit and bank statements or accounts. Also monitor your medical records to make sure no one is getting care under your name. Number 5, shred everything. Invest in a good cross shredder and destroy all documents, no matter how insignificant, once they're no longer needed. Shred all unsolicited credit card offers or opt out using this website and phone number. Number 6, keep an eye on your mail. Use a secure mailbox or retrieve your mail immediately after receiving it. If you're away on vacation, have the post office hold all your mail and try to go for paperless billing on all your bills. Number 7, keep an eye on your wallet or purse while out in public. Carry as little as possible and take photocopies of the front and back of your ID, credit cards, debit cards, and pretty much anything you have in your wallet, keeping that image at home in a secure location. If your plastic is stolen, you can quickly figure out the numbers to call and cancel or reset everything. Number 8, secure your online data and use strong passwords. Until more secure ways to prove who a person is online are implemented, try your best to use stronger passwords and do not reuse too many of them across your critical websites such as banking, etc. Additionally, be cautious about clicking on any unfamiliar attachments or links in your email. Watch for unsecured websites using only the ones that have HTTPS in the header, and be careful on any public computer or Wi-Fi system. So these are the essential facts on identity theft: how to recognize it's happened, how to deal with it, and how to prevent it. As always, be sure to subscribe to this channel. There's a lot more useful videos just like this one on the way. And if you enjoyed this particular video and found it useful, please do smash that like button below. And finally, let me know in the comments as to what topics you would like to see me cover more of. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.